Good morning, fellow YouTubers. It's Sunday morning, the 21st of January 2024, and I'm just off out for another adventure with I've got Bear in the back there, ready to take him out. And because I had so many problems with him in Haltwhistle, because there was too many other dog walkers and people around, I had to keep putting him back on his leader because he wanted to run after all the puppies and play with all the dogs. So it was a nightmare. Leader on, leader off, leader on, leader off. So today I've decided to go to Harwood Forest, through past the airport in Belsay and by Bowlam Lake, and then go into Harwood Forest, park up, set my time lapse up as usual, and then just take him into the forest. And once I'm in the forest, away from main road, so I can let him off the leader pretty much all day, because I'll be lucky if I see another soul, especially at this time in the morning and when it's still being dark. Hopefully by the time I get there it'll be coming into daylight, so I'll be able to start recording pretty much straight away. So I'm just going to take a steady drive to go to Harwood Forest, just to make sure that by the time I get there and park up, it'll be getting towards daylight, so I won't have to just sit around in the car waiting as usual. Right, so without further ado, I'll get on to Prince Edward Road in, head down towards the Nook shops as usual. Right, so bye for now. Okay, it's 7:50 AM in the morning and I've arrived at my location, and I've just pulled past the first turn off where you go off to the left, where you go around the back of these trees and avoid driving through Harwood village itself because of the logging facilities. They don't want you going straight on into the village and driving through the village. So they made an alternative turn off here, which I'll just show you. So I've just drove in off the main road there, about 400-500 yards there, and come to the junction here where you can turn left. But I've just drove straight on because there's a passing place just there, so I've pulled right forward and right off the road, slightly onto the grass, so wide vehicles can get past my car. So I've just set up my time lapse camera as well to start doing a time lapse while I'm waiting for better daylight coming in. Then I'll give it about half an hour, then I'll get the dog on his leader, and then we'll start walking straight ahead, and it's about a quarter of a mile to get into Harwood village itself. So I'll just walk straight through the village and then continue straight up the main road, and then start walking through the forest. And then when I get past the village, I can let the dog off his leader and he can just run backwards and forwards and enjoy yourself. Right, so when you turn off the main road there, you come across this sign here on the right hand side, the yellow one. No timber transport HGVs beyond this point. So that's why they made this alternative route, so that heavy vehicles don't wreck the road going into the village for the people that live there with standard cars. They do want the road ripped up with heavy trucks. But it's saying there, look, Harwood village and depot off to the right, and arrow pointing to the left, bypass timber haulage and parking bay. So for those people who want to come and park in Harwood Forest to do any of the walks, you can just drive straight up to this road. And if I remember right, I've only been round there once. It bends round the right and it just does a complete half circle, and it brings you back onto this main track, but on the other side of the village. So you bypass the village altogether, and that's what they want. So I just thought I'd make a quick video and show you that while I'm waiting for daylight to come in as well. So I've just had the dog out on his leader and I've just let him go and do his toilet break. So he's better off, he's not desperate for a wee or want to go for number two. So that's him sorted. Right, so how I've got here, I came along the A1, turned left onto the A696, and I've drove up past the airport, Newcastle Airport, through Ponteland, continue on the A696, through Belsay, and then instead of continue on the A696 to go around towards Shafto Crags, you turn right and go off to where it says Bowlam Lake. So I've kept at the right and gone up at the little side track that goes off towards Bowlam Lake. Then you come to a junction in the road, a Y junction, where you can go straight on or left to the different car parks that's associated with Bowlam Lake visitors. So I took the left hand side fork and then come round past the, I think it's the east, I can't remember if it's east or west car park. But anyway, I kept left and just drove past the car parks and then just continued up towards, I don't know how to say this, Camboy, so I'll just spell it for you. Cambois, Camboys, I don't know. But anyway, past that, on my way to here, to Harwood Village. So as you can see, I've just parked up now. I've set up my time-lapse, dog's back in the boot. So, like I say, within 20 minutes, half an hour, when I've got better daylight, I'll strap my GoPro 9 on, open up my coat and then start recording with that. 2 minutes ago it was just starting to rain slightly as well, so but I just wanted to make a quick video to show you where I am and what walk I'm doing. So basically you just walk through miles and miles and miles of Forestry Commission tracks, through miles and miles and miles of trees. So it's huge, but the main reason why I've come here is to let Mr. out the car there and let him off his lead. And when you're in the forest, there's hardly anybody that you see because it's that huge, and there's no sheep, there's no cattle, there's no horses. So I can let him off and relax, walk along, so he's not pulling me bloody arm off as usual, because he's that powerful. So he'd be excited about getting out and going on his lead. He's looking at the back window there. Hello, son. Hello. And obviously I'm pissed off with this this fake politician government that we've got, you know, when they install who they want in, and they brought out this new law about dogs. You know, you've got to have them chipped, you've got to have them. It's all about money and control. They don't want having nothing. So I'm hoping a lot of people get together and fight this bloody stupid. I mean, a few years ago it was Rottweilers, it was Dobermans, it was Alsatians, it was Staffies, it was Bull Mastiffs. But now it's they've made stories up about these bullies, XL bullies, and now you've got to have, after the 31st of this month, you're supposed to be putting them on a lead on a with a muzzle on. So they want to not only want to muzzle us with face masks, they want to muzzle dogs as well. But it's just control. So I mean, I hope these bent politicians all get taken out and get a new government, not who they've installed to do their dirty work for them, like Rishi Sunak, because he's a fucking arsehole. He's just a puppet for the WEF and the globalists that put him into power, put him into office. We didn't elect them, as usual. The people don't elect them; they get selected, not elected. Right. So without further ado, I'm going to jump back in the car, set everything up, and then get me ready to do my walk and start recording with my GoPro 9 when I'm ready. And it's as you can see, it's getting better daylight as the minutes go by. So I'll bring it back. Bye for now. Okay, it's 8:15 in the morning. It's the 21st of January 2024, and I'm just going to start walking up the road from the car there, about 5,000 yards, and then you come into the village of Harwood itself. Then I'm just going to walk straight through the village. Oh, it's bloody starting to rain now. Shit. I mean, I had a few spots earlier on, but I've just jumped with the car to make a short video, and it's starting to rain. It looks so I'm going to have to put my hoodie on and my jacket hood to keep the rain off. But I think it's just going to be a quick shower, hopefully anyway. Right, he's getting impatient now, so I'm going to get him out of the car and we'll start walking up the road there towards the village. So I'll bring you back. Bye for now. Right, that's 8:15 in the morning, and I've just locked up the car. I've been doing a time lapse for a few minutes while I've been parked there, just waiting for a bit of daylight coming in. And now I'm going to start walking towards Harwood village itself. So the dog's happy now he's out the car. I'll keep on his lead until we get through the village onto the other side, and then on the main track that leads into Harwood Forest. And then I'll let him off once I check there's no horses outside any barns or anything like that. Because if there's going to be any livestock, it'll be within the first half a mile after the village. So I'll just double check there's going to be nout for him to spot and run after thinking it's a puppy. You want to play with it. Right, let's turn around and have a look where the car's parked. So as you can see, I've cut right off the road, pulled right in onto the grass in that passing place there, and I'm pointing me time-lapse camera towards where I'm walking now. So my daughter's temporarily fixed his prong collar, so I've just managed to get the hook onto the two eyes that pull it tight. When he's pulling too hard, you just give him a quick jerk on the neck and it nips like a dog, giving him a little nip with his teeth, and that's enough to slow him down a bit. Good boy, son, good boy. Yeah, so this new rule, and it's all over Facebook as well, which is obviously run by the globalists, CIA, and it's to make sure it's putting fear at people. It's causing arguments amongst dog owners, dog lovers, and non-dog owners and lovers. That's what they do. They make us fight each other and argue amongst ourselves instead of fighting them bastards. That's the way they work, through fear. Right, so as you can see through the trees over there, straight ahead, you can see that people's cars outside the houses, where you turn right and you can go along to the dead end where the caravans are at the far side there. But I just wanted to make a brief video of me starting my walk. I'm going to point back to the car before I lose sight of it. And there's a yellow salt bin for when it's winter, because obviously I would imagine there's a bit of a bank and get slippy getting up here. When the water turns to ice, what you done? How you got this caught up on there? That's it, son. Wait a minute, come here. That's it. Good boy. Because he's got a habit of turning around and wrapping himself around my legs and everything, and then his collar won't spin round with a being prong collar. So I've got to keep freeing it up. Right, so here's the start of going into Harwood village, where the bridge goes over the burn. Right, wait, son. Wait, let me take a photograph. Stand still. Right, come on. Here. Howie. Here. So the burn's just over there to me right, 60 yards, and it goes off over there to the right as well. Right, so I'll be crossing over the top of it now via this bit of a road bridge. And on the left here, you can see I can see a big goose on the grassed area. So this is another reason why I'm keeping him on his leader until we get clear of the village, because obviously you will have wildfowl, chickens, probably hens, and good boy, son, good boy. Just, I don't want him running after anything, because he's still a puppy, he's still new to this world, so he doesn't know what everything is. So out of curiosity, he wants to run up and see what they are. But here's the little pond that I swim boat on, with a shed in the middle of it there, for nesting purposes probably. But they're over there, there's two geese. So we just crossed over the top of the burn. There's a little walkway going off to the right there. There's a wooden bridge. Every now and again I'll get jerked round where I'm pointing the camera at one thing, I'll just get pulled. Right, so there's some steps to go down there and a couple of planks to help you get across, and then a little walkway going along away from the road there. You can hear the brook coming down here. Squeezing through a bit of a dam with all the trees falling over. And that one's called Harwood House, this big house with a big gate there. Good boy, son, good boy. So 1 minute I'll be getting dragged along and pulling my arms out the sockets, and then the next minute he stops dead to sniff every blade of grass. So you've got to take the rough with the smooth with him. But I love me dog, and I hate these installed puppet governments coming up with all these rules and regulations what we're supposed to follow. So you've got to go and register them, you've got to chip them, you've got to get a certificate, and you know, register age and everything. It's all about control, and I think it's going to be about money as well. I think I'm going to bring in this new thing where if you want to keep certain dogs, you'll have to pay a license and all. It's all, I think they're just desperate for money because all our money's been getting stopped. Good boy, son, good boy. Good boy, son. But he's gentle, softy. He rolls about the floor with my granddaughter, and it's lovely to see them. The way that they've got a lovely bond. Hey, idolizer, come on, away. Good boy. And yes, I know dogs can be dangerous. Yes, I've had dogs all my life since I was in nappies myself, and I've had every kind of breed of dog you can imagine, and I haven't had any problems with any of my dogs, and I've always trained them. I mean, Corn was a perfect example while he was still alive. I could take him out the countryside anywhere and leave him off the leader and not worry about him going to chase after any livestock whatsoever. In fact, when he seen sheep up ahead, he would stop dead and come back to me and come behind me ankles without me saying a word. That's how trained I had him. But that was after 3 years of saying, leave them. Every time I came across sheep, I'd just repeat. And then the dog just knew what I wanted. And after that, he just never bothered. He didn't even want to sniff them, he didn't want to walk up towards them. He just totally ignored them. And that was good for me. And it was the same with cattle and horses, didn't bother anything. Because he wasn't an aggressive dog, and he wasn't a fighting dog. He was just a everyday average family dog, brought up with love and attention from the kids and nothing. So he had a placid, loving nature. Right, so that's the other bird that's running down there past that other bridge, and it's coming from over there, look, where they've put a couple of bridges to get across as well. Right, come on, son, oi, come on. Right, so we're now coming into Harwood village. So you can go off to the right here, which takes you to the dead end, about 6,000 yards. So you can't go any further by car, then you have to turn around and come back out this way. Right, so with it being a Sunday as well, there should be no harvesting going on, so there'll be no tree machinery going. So that's another good reason why I've come on Sunday morning, early hours in the morning. Shouldn't see another soul with a bit of luck. Right, so that's where you go, straight ahead past the houses until you get that dead end where the big double gate is at the top, wooden gate, past that caravan that's partly on the right. bullfinches just feeding on. Must be bird feeders somewhere because there's loads of them. There's one on the fence just there straight ahead. Right, so to miss all this out where you don't drive through the village, that's why that left turn is just before where I've parked the car, where you take the road and it brings you out higher up this track here. Forestry Commission, dogs on leads please. Why? There's just nothing here apart from these ones here at the beginning, and that's why I'm going to wait until I get half a mile up the road before I let him up, because there's some sheep there just on the right hand side, and this is why I'm pointing it out for other people that might want to come here. Right, so there's a car driving up there now, look, so they must have come round the Forestry Commission track to bypass the village. Now they're going up the main track there, look. One of these going to turn right and go up the road towards Redpath Abandoned Farm and Fallowleys Farm. Obviously, when people come up here with their cars, it's because they want to carry that wild camping stuff in the car, so they don't have to walk for miles with their backpacks on when they do the wild camping.